Hey guys, so you read the title, so that's why you clicked on it. So I'm finally gonna do the bedtime story, the Archon quest. I mean, Daddy Dainsleif is popping up, so you know. All right, where do we have to go? Cold Case Commission, Sumeru. Oh boy, because I love going to Sumeru. Um, I've seen people, at least the thumbnails, and I mean, obviously it's overreacted, like, so I don't know how sad it actually is, because I haven't seen any of the cutscenes from this, so I don't know. I'm going into this completely blind. Ooh, and thirsty. Mm.
Time to go.
Perfect. It's you two. I have a commission here that has your names written all over it. In fact, I'd even go so far as to say you're the only ones for the job.
Of course we are.
The only ones for the job? Huh. If our help is really that important, it's probably some Archon class commission, right?
Funny how Paimon just automatically thinks of an Archon class mission. Not, oh, just for more experienced hands, like an escort or something. No, it's just like, oh, it must be an Archon case mission. How awfully precise, Paimon.
The Adventurers Guild doesn't employ that kind of classification system. In fact, this commission is also probably not nearly as intimidating as what you're expecting. All it asks us to do is to find a missing person.
Okay.
Huh? Then why did you say we were the only ones for the job?
I came across this commission while reviewing our backlog not too long ago. It seems simple, but our records indicate that over a dozen successive efforts to complete it have all ended in failure, despite attempts by several accomplished and renowned adventurers.
Yeah, we're the
With
ones
the
then.
reputation of the Adventurers Guild and the performance of the Sumeru branch at stake, it's in our best interest to assign this commission to the adventurer with the highest completion rate over the past few years.
Well, that's us for sure.
Flattery will get you everywhere with Paimon, but I guarantee we'll be able to. Well, I can't guarantee we'll be able to complete it either. Yeah.
All I'm asking is for you to give it your best shot.
If you fail, you fail.
If it proves to be beyond your capabilities as well, I'll talk to the commissioner about canceling the commission.
Okay, so who are we looking for? And what is it about this commission that's made it so hard to complete?
And what are we looking at payment-wise? Come back when you're a little richer.
This commission was jointly issued by the residents of Vimara Village. They say one of their own villagers has gone missing. But the problem is, they don't know the missing person's name. They can only provide information about his general appearance.
They're all from the same village, but they don't even know his name? If so many adventurers have failed to complete this commission, maybe this missing villager doesn't exist at all. Could it be some sort of a prank or something?
Unlikely. Several villagers came by to issue the commission, and judging by their appearance and tone of voice, they seemed incredibly sincere. It certainly didn't seem like a joke to them.
Well, we know that places like the chasm has the magic and the capability of, from deep within it to kind of bring people's memories or something into as a reality, because we meet that little girl in the chasm, and she's looking for her toys or something, I think, and then we talk to her dad, and apparently she's not a little girl anymore, and she's actually off in leeway or something, so it has the ability to, dreams and memories are now manifest. So could it be something like that? Something like, people are I mean, it is Sumeru. They all were kind of hooked into one hive mind, so to speak, at one point. So, you know,
Besides, putting up a commission requires a processing fee. There aren't many upsides to a prank that costs Mora to carry out. In any case, it would probably be best to go to Vimara Village and ask around first. The Adventurers Guild does have some information on hand, but I would say anything you can learn directly from the villagers would be far more reliable. The best...
Alright then, let's go!
I didn't mean to pass that.
I'm starting to get really curious about this whole thing.
Yeah. Bedtime story. And that's what makes me think it is something like that, because the thing's called bedtime story. So it's like taking memories and emotions and all that and turning them, you know, manifesting them into, you know, our physical reality. I think that one's down, so this one is up top of the hill. It'd just be easier to lie down. Because we know the lines, like the ley lines and all that, they can kind of do the same thing. They can, you know, memories, and they can manifest things and stuff like that, so... Vimara Village. I haven't been to Sumeru in a while.
To Vimara Village! Why don't we talk to some of the villagers to learn a little bit more about the missing guy? If this commission is really as challenging as Catherine made it out to be, we're gonna need to carry out a very detailed investigation.
Oh, it was actually easier to go over there. Oh, I just feel silly. Hey there, guy.
Hello there. You looking
Hi.
to buy something? I do business in this area.
No, we need information.
No, we're adventurers. Catherine sent us to look into a commission here in Vimara Village.
Oh, that.
Ah, so you're here about that then. Ah, you're not the first, that's for sure. We've certainly made a lot of trouble for you all. To be honest, we aren't holding out much hope. Many adventurers have made their way out here, confident they'd be able to help us, only to leave soon after with nothing to show for their efforts. We've pretty much had it up to here in questions, and the area around the village has practically been overturned in search of clues, but no one has been able to make any headway.
So, this person we're looking for, what's his name? Where did he live? Does he have any relatives?
We don't know.
I don't know. I really have no clue. I couldn't tell you.
Okay.
Well, that's not
Guess you
helpful.
are really sick of answering questions.
This guy is about as... I think we're going to get about as much information from these people as we did from Chi-Chi concerning the Coco Goat. Where can we find it? Don't know. Where did it come from? Don't know. You know?
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to sound short with you. I was actually just giving you my answer to your questions. I know it may seem like we don't have anything to offer by way of information, but I promise you, we all have a very strong impression of him. When you live in the same village as someone, you develop a lot of memories together, you know?
Wait. Is it Dainsleif? Because Dainsleif used to travel with our sister. So he went all the places that we went to, and he might have stayed here, and somehow, you know, memories of him are now coming back to them? I mean, that's a stupid idea, but I just remember Dainsleif is involved with this, so...
We just don't know the specifics. Maybe we did at one point, but that information is long gone by now.
I mean, considering he's like 500 years old, so...
At least that's what everyone in the village seems to think. We've all exchanged what we know, and that was the only logical conclusion.
Alright, specifics aside then, what kind of person was he?
I don't know.
Young guy, in his early 20s probably. Incredibly kind sort of person, always willing to lend a helping hand. I'd chat with him when I didn't have any customers. I even saw him stick out his neck for others on more than one occasion. Very interesting guy, that one.
Now that you've started talking about him, you don't seem nearly as down in the dumps as you did before. Seems like he left a pretty good impression on you.
I mean, I don't think it is Dainsleif, but, I mean, obviously he's not from Sumeru, he's from Conria, so if he was to just disappear, I mean, I don't know why people would be so desperate to find him. surely he must have told them, like, oh, hey, I'm not from this area, and I'll be packing up and moving sometime soon because, you know, I I travel. So
But of course, everyone in the village is pretty fond of him. We wouldn't have issued that commission otherwise.
but
There aren't many young people like him nowadays, so genuine and pure. To think that he just up and disappeared one day. I just hope nothing bad happened.
not to mention, Dainsleif also looks like he's in his 20s. He's incredibly kind, caring, will stick his neck out for you. But, I mean, it's kind of odd. I mean, it's going to be, it's either Dainsleif or some generic-looking character.
Could he have just moved away without telling anyone?
No, he's not the type to leave without saying goodbye. And anyway, moving away without being seen by a single person in the village, there's no way he would have been able to manage that.
Huh. Alright, thanks for the information. We're gonna go ask around some more.
Yeah, thanks, dude. Thanks for nothing. Let's go find some old people. They're usually good with this stuff. Oh, there you go. Hey, old-timer. Ah, I think I pissed myself.
It's that guests I hear.
Hi, Grandpa Amadea. We're here to help you look for the guy that's gone missing.
Ah, so that's what brings you to these parts.
It certainly wasn't you.
Coming all this way for our sake. That's so very kind of you. With your help, I trust that young man's case is in good hands.
Could you tell us a bit about him?
Of course. I'm happy to help any way I can. With my failing eyesight, I'm afraid I can't offer much about his appearance, but I do remember hearing the sound of his voice. Not recently, of course. That loss has left me feeling quite empty.
Sasuke. Did he sound like
Still
Sasuke?
living in the village, but somehow he never seemed lonely. In fact, he was usually the one offering companionship to others. He would often take time to visit the elderly or play with the orphans in the village. And whenever someone had something on their mind, he was there to listen with open ears. He always knew just what to say. As the village chief, I owe him many thanks. Helping villagers navigate difficult moments in their lives should have been one of my responsibilities. But he was often the one rising to the occasion.
Honestly, there's so many people that fit that description who we know. Like, Zhongli himself sounds like he fits that description. Also, very kind, very generous, always willing to help someone else, always loves listening to other people's stories and troubles. You know, he looks like he's in his early 20s, so I mean, it could be so many people that we do know, but again, the fact that no one has an exact description of the guy, because he is pretty unique. And it seems like they're kind of saving that as a twist, like, oh, it was Dainsleif, and
Wow. He seems like such a nice and gentle person. No wonder his disappearance affected him
Nouvellette,
so much.
same thing. I mean, so many characters pop into mind when I hear a description of this person that they're talking about.
But, you wouldn't happen to know any details about his name, address, or family
You know his
situation,
socials?
right?
You have a Twitter handle? I mean, something? Instagram,
I'm ashamed to admit
Rumble,
it, but
Twitch,
I just
some
can't remember. No matter how you look at it, I should know those things. But for some reason, no matter how hard I try to remember, the information just doesn't come. Perhaps my age really has caught up with me this time.
It's okay. There's no need to force yourself to try and remember. We'll figure something out.
It's Nouvellette. It's Nouvellette. That's who it really is.
Well, Traveler, what do you think?
There's probably more to this. There's probably more to this case than meets the eye. A lot of things are not adding up. Yeah.
I'm thinking so too. Like the name thing. It's
No
so
description,
weird
no
that
name,
one
no
remembers
nothing.
his name. And nobody has been able to tell us anything about his family or where he lived. It's like this guy's been erased from reality or something.
He's someone who only exists in
Wait,
people's memories.
So you're saying it's not that he's been erased, necessarily, but more like he never existed to begin with? Okay, Paimon's gonna need some time to process that one. Someone who...
Yep. Could it be like with having a Greater Lord Rukadvada, like some sort of mass alteration of people's memories? That's what I was
You
thinking.
two are the adventurers who just arrived, right? You're here for the Vamara Village Commission?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. Like I said, they were all linked into like one hive mind. They all had like the same knowledge, and pretty much because they're all sharing knowledge. You know, because they were all linked with the terminals and all that. So, you know, Nahida was able to kind of keep everyone in this like this stupor and all that. So, I mean, maybe it's like that.
Yep, sure are. We were just looking into the case.
I'm so glad to hear that. Thank goodness you haven't given up. I've been so worried the Adventurers Guild might cancel our commission. My name is Atosa, by the way. I grew up here in Vamara Village.
Didn't ask.
Anyway, I just wanted to say, please keep searching for a missing villager. I'm begging you. You have to find him.
We'll certainly try our best.
No need to worry. We'll give it our best shot. So, were you close to the missing villager? Are there any leads you can give us?
Nope, never met him.
I'm not sure this counts as a lead, but follow me. There's a place I'd like to show you.
You can show me several places if you want. Paimon, you need to leave me alone for a little bit. I have some work to do. Okay, so where is it on the map? Oh. Moving on, Paimon. I need daddy time.
Time to go.
Aw, this is a little Sealy. Did I not gotten that Sealy? A tree.
Is this the place? Under this tree?
Under this tree.
Yep. I know it doesn't look like much, but this place is very meaningful to me. It's so full of memories.
Well, if it was, in fact, you know, even if it wasn't, if it's someone who's made of some kind of elemental energy, we'd be able to sense it. We could use elemental sight and see some kind of lingering and be able to pick it up and, you know, pick up that almost like a bloodhound and take that, try to track it down.
We used to always sit together under this tree and talk. Sometimes we would look up at the clouds in the sky or stop to feel the wind against our skin. We could sit there for hours at a time, never realizing how long it had been.
Or maybe they're considering this also has with the sister. Is it maybe they're remembering the sister, but just as a boy? 'Cause didn't we see like in the trailer of them sitting underneath the tree almost like that one?
I was actually adopted by the people of Vamara Village. The forest rangers found me in the woods as a child. I was surrounded by such good people, and growing up in the village was so lively. Still, there were times when I couldn't help but feel incredibly alone.
Alone?
How should I put it? When something's bothering you, or when you have good news to share, you always want to talk about it with somebody. But for the longest time, I didn't know who I could talk to, or if I should say anything at all. Everyone has their own problems to deal with. Even if I might want to confide in others, I don't want to become a burden.
Yeah, I've got my own problems to deal with. Why am I dealing with everyone else's? I think I get what you mean. That's what family is for.
Really? You know exactly how I feel?
I used to have someone like that, a family member that I could talk to no matter what. But now I have a lot of friends who understand me and would be happy to hear me out. Yeah, fuck my sister.
Wow, that sounds really nice.
Hey, you kind of remind me of them.
You're quite lucky. When it comes to our missing villager, well... I guess you could say that to me. He felt like both a family member I could rely on and a friend who could really understand me. No matter what came my way, I knew I could always talk to him. He was so thoughtful and pure, and patient too. Whenever I talked to him, he would always seem so interested, as if the things I was describing were just as important to him as they were to me. Ever since he disappeared, there's been so much I wanted to tell him.
Did this boy have spiky yellow hair and a big spiral on his stomach? Naruto. Was his name Naruto?
No, none of those things matters now.
Oh, okay.
I just...
Wow. You two must have been really close.
And yet I can't remember a thing about him.
Did he ever tell you anything about himself?
He mostly just talked about interesting things he saw around the village. He'd share a lot of his own wild ideas as well. Oh, right! I did ask him about his parents once. But all he said was, they're not here anymore.
You know whose parents also aren't here anymore? Dainsleif's. Remember, they were in Conria. They're Conrian. Everyone was dead. They were either dead or turned into like hilly churls and all that stuff.
I didn't know whether that meant they had left the village or passed away, and I didn't want to pry.
Still not much to go off of.
Look at me. Talking your ear off and still nothing to show for it.
Oh.
I'm sorry I wasn't more help.
Oh, my sweet summer child. There is something you can show us for it. Paimon, I need you to close your eyes. Now, you helped us understand him better. I mean, not really,
the last time I talked this much in one go was when we were still together.
Together? Stay away from my senpai.
Huh, come to think of it, every time we talked, it always seemed to be around dusk, just like right now.
Dusk.
Time always passed by really slowly. Even when it felt like we'd been talking for hours, the sun would still be at the same position in the sky.
I mean, wasn't it like that because of Nikita? Because like everyone was like in a dream and it was like,
Well, time always seems to pass slower when you're relaxed, right? What's wrong, Traveler?
it was always that same time of day and time never seemed to pass. Based on what we've learned, this is definitely not a regular missing persons case. What Atosa just told us about the time could be the key to unraveling this whole mystery. I don't know why. I felt like I wanted to do like Elle's voice.
Hey,
Like a very, kind of low and mellow kind of thing.
Doesn't it seem like they're acting a little strange?
No, it looks like they're having a domestic dispute. We better not interfere. Uh-oh. Abyss Mage.
The Abyss Order. Could they be the ones behind all of this?
Probably, but maybe not. I don't know. Poof.
Uh-oh, we've been spotted! Quick, get ready to fight!
I don't know. Maybe he wants to give us information.
Stabilize. Order guide you.
Shine down. Now you shall perish.
Yeah, not so tough when your shield's down, huh? I'll just do that.
Into the wind.
Ah.
As one with wind and cloud.
This is order.
The wind knows me.
Oh, home run.
Thank you so much. I wasn't expecting monsters to show up. If you hadn't been here, I'm not sure what I would have done.
You probably would have run and screamed like a little girl.
It was no trouble.
The question we should be asking now is, what is the Abyss Order doing around here?
Now that I think about it, the hilly trolls around Vilmara village have been a lot more active lately.
Sounds like a domain's opened up.
They seem agitated and would often attack anything in sight. Chief Amadea doesn't allow the children to play in the area around the village anymore.
Well, rock me, Amadea.
Maybe the Abyss Order really is involved.
Amadea, 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 Amadea,
Well, we should
Amadea.
head back and check out the situation
Amadea.
in Vimara Village just in case. If the Abyss Order is planning something that could spell trouble for the villagers.
You know what it spells? Bananas. Bananas.
Wait a second. The person!
Dainsleif.
It's Dainsleif!
Senpai. Senpai.
Ah, it's you two.
Oh, a friend of yours?
Yeah.
Well, I'll leave you all to it then.
Well, it's not
I
Dainsleif.
should head back to the village and check up on Chief Amadea and the others anyway. Well, see you later.
Not Dainsleif, because otherwise they would have said, hey, it's you. You're the person we can't remember.
Yep, see you later, Atosa!
Unless he is, and he's like, I had to wipe their memories of me. Because I was connected to your sister.
Why do you always have to pop up out of nowhere like that? Is it your life's mission to jump scare us or something?
He's a ninja.
It's hardly personal, or intentional for that matter. As long as you and I are both in pursuit of the Abyss Order, we're bound to cross paths.
Ah, so you're here to investigate the Abyss Order then. That would explain the monsters you were fighting just now.
Naturally. Hold on. Are you not here for the same purpose?
We ran into them on accident.
No matter. It may have taken you a while to catch on, but I'm sure you've also realized by now that there's something strange about this place. The Abyss Order is most certainly planning something in this area. Or worse, their plan could already be in motion.
So you think the Abyss Order is behind the hilly trail activity in the area?
As things stand, I highly doubt that is their primary motive. I would imagine the increased hilichurl activity is merely a byproduct of whatever it is they're really trying to accomplish.
Still, the hilichurl activity is causing a lot of problems for the people here. We should stick around for a while and protect the village, don't you think?
The best way to protect them is by figuring out what the Abyss Order is truly planning. That is how we prevent further tragedy.
Well, let's see what more we can learn from the villagers. After that, you also owe us many answers. Yeah, you still need to have stuff.
And you shall have them. I never intended to hide anything from you. Don't worry. There should be ample time to talk.
Thank you, Senpai. Until eventually, the sky grows dark. Uh-oh, someone summoned the dragon again.
Ah. So that was the commission that brought you here to Vimara Village. Someone who seems to only exist in people's memories. That is indeed quite intriguing. I would agree that it's unlikely you have a simple missing persons case on your hands. However, any possible connection to the Abyss Order is still unclear. It appears all we have by way of clues is increased hilichurl activity. And that is certainly not much to go off of.
How about the intel you promised me? Yeah, some, intel?
Right! That mysterious voice he heard in his sister's memory. The one who called himself a sinner. Who is he?
Traveler, let me ask you this. Do you believe your sibling to have betrayed you?
I want to have faith in her. In a matter of speaking, yes. I mean, I think what we're going for, we're probably going to end up the same as her. It's just she got there first. So.
I sense hesitation in your words.
After all, you still haven't figured out the whole truth of what happened. There's still hope for the two of you to reconcile. Irreparable damage has not yet been done.
Because I truly think that it's like the Abyss Order and all them, you know, we're fighting this, you know, the Fatui and the Abyss Order, and I don't think they're the real enemies here. We're just kind of stopping them because they might be going too far, but I don't think they're the true enemies. You know, the Saritsa, despite how crazy apparently she is and wanting to get her hands on the Gnosis, I don't. If we learned anything from, you know, the Knave, we know that, you know, there's a goal for the whole world, and they look forward to partnership with us again. So it's not some like, oh, we're gonna destroy the world. They are planning something, you know. And the Abyss Order, which are people from Conria, are probably trying to also, I think this is all basically against Celestia. You know, they messed up, you know, with the Gnosis, you know, coming over, taking the dragon's powers, making the Archons. You know, Celestia is the one that destroyed Conria, so everyone hates Celestia. So
the sinner you wish to know about, his situation is different. He and his fellow sinners have long betrayed me, and long betrayed their nation. His name is Vedrfolnir, the Visionary.
Huh.
I'm loath to admit it, but he is also my kin, my older brother.
Your brother?
What really happened in Conria back then?
There were 5 of them, the 5 sinners of Conria. The wise Roptatir, the visionary Vedrfolnir, Gold Rhindaughter, the foul Sertologi, and Rehir of Solnari, Rerir. No matter how eroded my memory may become, I will never forget their names. One day, I shall have my vengeance.
He will restore his clan and destroy a certain someone. So now we know at least 3. We know 3 of them. You know, we know Gold. We know the Foul. The Foul is Skirk's master. And the one he just mentioned. But the other 2 we haven't heard yet, or heard mention of yet.
Wait, some of those names sound really
Yeah,
familiar.
Rhindaughter.
Rhindaughter is the one who created Albedo.
Yep.
Sertologi is
Skirk's master.
master.
Yep. Also the creator of, you know, the delusions, Foul's legacy. So every time, you know, like Child taps into the delusion, it's from the power that the Foul created. So yeah, and Rhindaughter is the one who created Albedo.
And the one we just learned about, Dane's brother, Vedrfolnir. If he was the voice of the sinner, then the one who inspired Clotar to create the Abyss Order was him.
Somehow everything is connected. Like the great circle of life. If that's true, then those stone slates we found in the ruins of Fontaine, the ones that outlined Fontaine's prophecy, that was... okay. Maybe?
They were once people of great esteem in Conria. Those who carried the hopes of the nation. They were the best of their peers, outstanding in their respective fields. 6 of us, together. We should have been the ones to prevent the disaster. The ones to stop the Vinster King from continuing to rock the foundation of the world.
Ooh. Lore.
Yet, deep within, the 5 of them craved something more. They could not resist the call of the Abyss, and divided among themselves a power that could destroy the world. So they became sinners, but also transcendent beings, each in possession of world-shattering power. And when the cataclysm occurred, not one of them stood up in defense of their nation. Not one came forward to prevent the tragedy. And for that, They shall never have my forgiveness.
My sibling came in contact with your brother.
Indeed. If they are not stopped, the day is sure to come when they will also betray the entire world.
It must be hard to talk about this, but thank you for telling me.
Of course. As I said, I never intended to hide anything from you.
I love you, Sakura.
Dane,
I
what have
mean,
you been looking
Traveler.
into all this time?
I've continued to investigate the questions surrounding the Loom of Fate. It's been quite some time since the initial operation was
I completely
launched.
forgot about it.
By retrieving the eye of the first field tiller, we
Yeah,
were able to stop part of their plan from coming to fruition.
I remember that.
Oh, Paimon remembers?
Yeah.
Weren't they going to use it to corrupt Osile and make a god or something?
Yeah.
Indeed.
That's right.
However, it's obvious that was just some sort of technical experiment.
That was ages ago.
The eye was integral to their plan, yet somehow, despite failing to obtain it, they've skipped the experimental phase and found some other way to keep moving forward. There are many signs pointing to that effect.
Then what should we do? It's not too late, is it?
It's
Our
an
most
unknown.
pressing concern is to determine the purpose of the Loom of Fate. From there, we'll be able to deduce the Abyss Order's true objective. Based on the intel I've gathered so far, I suspect the Loom of Fate is related to the ley lines in some way.
The ley lines?
Well, ley lines are
Traveler.
basically like pure energy,
You
so...
were able to observe your siblings' memories last time, yes?
Yeah, it was.
I believe that was due to the fact that the ley lines in that area were unstable. My recent investigation has shown that Abyss Order activity in a particular area is usually followed by a series of issues with the ley lines.
And one of those things that flows through the ley lines are memories.
Wait, then our commission here in Vimara Village. The person who seems to exist only in people's memories. Could it be connected?
Memories, ley lines, the Loom of Fate, the missing person that doesn't seem to exist. What's the connection between all this?
It's certainly possible. I'll join your investigation tomorrow.
Why tomorrow?
This missing persons case could very well turn out to be the key to unraveling these mysteries.
Well, if we're teaming up with Dane again, we're gonna need all the energy we can get. Let's try investigating somewhere a little further away tomorrow.
Yeah, so as for tonight, you gonna, like, share a bed with us? At least they didn't have me pass the day myself. I hate having to do that. Wait until 8 o'clock the next day.
Oh, so tired. Paimon used way too much brain juice yesterday. It's all Dane's fault saying all that complicated stuff.
I didn't sleep well either. Me and Dane were, talking.
Well, let's go find Dane. We've got a lot to do today.
Okay, let's go find Dainsleif. Right behind us. Hey, kid.
Dane? Hello, Dane? Why are you just zoning out over here?
That's what I do.
Did something happen?
Memories.
The missing person from your commission. Could you describe them to me?
Oh, young guy? Early 20s? Seriously, Dane, what's going on?
There appear to be certain memories in my mind that weren't there before. Memories of him.
Okay, yeah, now it's not
Uh,
Dainsleif then.
Maybe...
I mean, it'd be hard for him to just
maybe
remember
you
himself.
just talked too much about him yesterday and you had a weird dream or something?
No, it wasn't a dream. They're memories. Memories that suddenly appeared in my mind after I woke up. And I'm certain I've never met this person before.
Huh. Well, what exactly did you
I
remember?
remember handing him the eye of the first field tiller.
What? Okay, so this missing person definitely has something to do with the Abyss Order then.
Indeed. And it appears he possesses the ability to implant memories into the minds of others.
Oh yeah, isn't it with the Loom of Fate, they can like basically alter reality? That's how powerful the thing is. It's like with the machine and this and that, they can like alter reality. They can implant memories, they can remove memories, they can basically alter time and space itself.
Wait then. All the memories the villagers have of him, could they be fake too? Maybe they never knew him at all.
Or maybe he was actually a villain.
But why would he do something like
Filled
that?
with villainy. It was villainous.
Whatever the Abyss Order is planning, an important truth has been revealed to us this morning.
Yeah, my butt hurts.
What sort of truth?
That their goal is still to obtain the eye of the first field tiller. They haven't stopped searching for it. I am the only person who knows its location. Perhaps implanting that particular memory was an attempt to interfere with my mind in some way. Your concerns are not entirely unfounded. I don't believe the Abyss Order is capable of altering reality like that just yet. However, considering their single-minded pursuit of the eye, I would say an equal level of caution is in order on our part. Come with me.
If you want to
We
live.
must check whether the eye is still in our possession.
Oh, so you're going to take us to where you hid it?
Is that a good idea? But what if someone follows us? If we go straight there and someone is on our tail, aren't we just exposing the eye's location? Maybe that's the reason this order implanted memory in the first place, to force Dane to confirm the eye's location. Given what I know of him, though, I'm sure Dane has already thought of that possibility. It seems like he might already have a plan. Lead the way, Dane.
Of course.
Lead the way, Daddy. I mean, Dane. Okay, how far are we going here? All the way over there. All the way over there. By the chasm. Funny how that's what I was talking about, like with the dreams becoming reality and all that crap.
Time to go.
Time to go. Time to go to the bathroom. And take a poopy.
Time to go.
So you hid it way out here?
Yep.
Not an easy place to discover, that's for sure.
Actually kind of is. Anyone who can get up there can find it.
Well, let's go check to see if it's safe.
Not so fast.
Traveler, wait.
Told ya.
We've no time to lose. Let's head inside.
Okay. What was Dane going to tell me just now? I don't know, that he wanted to hold hands or something, and now he totally lost the chance to do so. I'm never gonna be able to do it, am I? Oh, well, I guess you're right. Unless they have the magic like him to actually get in there, then yeah, I don't see them getting in there. I seriously doubt a normal person has the magic to get in there. So it's not like some random adventure like, oh hey, I'm gonna go in. Like, nope, sorry, you can't. Memories that should not exist. I was right, a new domain has opened up, like usual. Ah, look at that, it's an abyss. Well, not really an abyss, it's just really shadowy and cloudy and foggy and other words that describe not visible. And because we're in a domain and we're probably only going to be able to come here like once, check each and everything here. For chests and...
Into the wind.
It's a solidified.
Illusion
Can I
shattered.
hit these? Oh no. Okay, I thought I could actually get
Access
them.
denied.
One with nature.
If I kick you down there. Bye.
Clouds high. The birds come. The wind knows me.
I want
There
to
is no escape.
do bursts and all that, but really no
Appears the
point.
mechanisms here have changed over time. You can access the upper floor through the side door. Perhaps you should try reactivating the mechanism over there.
Make sure we don't miss anything. Sometimes I walk by and miss chests, and it's like, well, can't get them anymore. Not what I wanted. Kind of like this chest. You know, just some of them aren't as obvious. Some of them are pretty hidden. So, like going through a corridor and there's like a little nook or something, and it's in there, and you don't see it until you pass by and the door closes. Kind of like that.
Gather.
He's got a heart on. It's morning.
Born of ice and frost. This is long overdue.
Order guides.
Inazuma shines eternal.
Let's see. Yeah, like you go in here and there's like something right behind there or something. Okay, I think we're good. Ooh. It's so pretty. All right, so go down here. I don't have the mirror shield. I can't do anything.
Make sure all the runes are pointing in the direction indicated by the light. That should unlock the mechanism.
All right, what? Oh, okay. So that, this one, and then this one. Wait, where's the? Oh,
Ah, the door's open. Let's go. Our destination is just up ahead.
yeah. See, like this. Sneaky. I wonder what amazing creature will be able to fight this time. Yeah, like in here. Like, they have all this. They could have easily put, like, a chest right here. Can I break anything?
Nature.
Nope. Nah. Nope. Thought there would have been, but... Sometimes it looked like it was actually breakable, but... What's over this way now? Oh. Oh yeah, no, that was just the way we came in. Okay. Fresh candles?
Looks like we can't go any further.
Be on your guard. I sense the presence of the abyss.
Oh yeah.
It's the Abyss Order! They're here!
Hello again.
Stabilize.
I will have order.
Access denied.
Into the wind. Adorn my knife.
Now you shall perish.
This is order.
Shine down. One with nature. One with wind and cloud.
For Rex Lapis.
Into the wind.
I don't. Yeah, I think it's
Illusion shattered.
hard to tell what he is.
Gather.
Sometimes it's just like the waiting game and just.
Shine down. The wind knows me.
Stabilize.
There is no escape.
On.
One with nature. Illusion shattered.
Gather.
Fallen leaves. Adorn my... Into the wind.
Order guide you.
There is no escape. Torn to oblivion.
Okay, there we go. Memories that should not exist.
Just as I suspected. The false memories were a trap.
That's a
The
trap.
Abyss Order just wanted to follow us here. Now that they're in the vicinity, we should have a chance to see.
I mean, we're perfectly fine. There's nothing to see here.
Can you feel that? There's been a disturbance in the ley lines. It must be the work of the Abyss.
A disturbance in the force.
Wow, you must be really sensitive to that sort of thing. Paimon doesn't feel it.
You too. Do as I say. Use that mechanism over there and leave this place. The Abyss Order is putting something in motion. If you return to Vimara Village, I suspect you might finally have the opportunity to locate the missing villager. Just think of it as a way to divide and conquer.
No. Do we have to? Haha, fools. Foolish fools. It's his brother or something. Spectral form. It's all coming back to me now. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Ooh, poopy.
I knew going along with your trap would be the only way to meet with you face to face.
Wow. Our sibling.
You risked your safety and that of the Eye?
Is this a memory that we're seeing that, or is this actually happening?
That's quite the gamble, Dainsleif. But I believe that I am the one walking into a trap laid by the Twilight Sword.
So you came here all on your own? What about those followers of yours?
When the Twilight Sword is prepared for battle, any army I could send would only be marching to their doom. Better that I face you alone. I know you must have a lot to say. But if it's a conversation you want, you'll have to defeat me first.
Oh, are we gonna see a match between them? No. The next scene, he's stretched out. Dainsleif, look how they massacred my boy. And they actually gave Lumine lines. A lot of lines.
The Abyss Order's on the move. The ley lines are all out of whack.
What's her name?
We
Sarah
better hurry back to Vimara
Cruz?
Village and see
Miller
what's going
Cruz?
on.
She be eating well this time. Hello, little hilly churls. How do you do?
Hey, look at those hilly churls over there.
They seem strangely calm.
Weren't they acting super agitated just a little while ago?
Oh,
Why are they so calm all of a sudden?
because. Yeah, man. Look at these butterflies, man.
In the new world, they bade farewell to the shrouded sun. At last, they no longer needed to dwell on their suffering, or try to differentiate between various thoughts of blasphemy. Such was the price they paid, and thus their souls became cleansed and pure.
Did you hear that? What was that sound just now?
I think the ground is talking to us.
It sounded so gentle. Could that voice be comforting the hilly churls in some way? Oh, this is weird. Let's check if this is happening anywhere else.
So, can we kill them? Sorry, but my needs are greater than yours. Nope. They make them to where we legitimately can't kill them. Good on you, Hoyo. Good on you.
Looks like the same thing is happening over here, too. The hilly churls are calm.
You see, we're both still here. We've reclaimed an endless amount of time to love. Release your tears. You no longer need to hold back your sorrow.
That voice again. Oh, this way.
Over there. It looks like they're sleeping.
Well, the other ones were sleep. Well, one of them was. The other was just kind of sitting there.
In the end, he whispered softly, "Sleep well, Father. Sleep well, my beloved people. When you awake, that which differentiates us shall be no more."
It almost sounds like a poem or some kind of story. Well, now that the hilly churls have calmed down, Vimara village should be safe at least. Let's put this situation to the side for now. Dane said this might be our chance to find the missing villager, so we should head back to Vimara village before it's too late.
Yeah. Can't. Really? I have to. What kind of bull crap is that? Like, sorry, we're gonna make you walk. Have fun walking, jackass. Where are we going to? Oh. Oh yeah, that's right. We have to go see the old man. Amadea. Well, rock me, Amadea.
Grandpa Amadea, is everyone all right? The Abyss Order seems to be up to something nearby.
Abyss Order? I've never heard of
The
such thing.
Abyss Order? This is the first I'm hearing of it. Thank you for your concern, but as far as I'm aware, it's been business as usual here in the village.
Well, that's good to hear. Oh, also, you didn't happen to come across any clues about the missing villager? While we were
villager?
gone, did you?
What are you talking about?
Someone's gone missing, you say? Who would that be?
Huh?
You don't remember? Things just got even more complicated.
You know, the young guy from Vimara Village. The one you've been looking for all this time. You posted a commission with the Sumeru Adventurers Guild.
Oh, I did no such
That's
thing.
kind of the whole reason we're here, actually. Your missing persons commission.
Ah, I do apologize, you two. I hope I'm not worrying you too much. I'm sure it's just my age making me forgetful again. At least right now, I can't seem to recall whatever it is you're referring to. Perhaps you should try asking someone else.
And they're gonna be like,
How is that? All right. Thanks for your help, Grandpa Amadea.
Let's go ask someone young. And they're just gonna say, I don't know who you're talking about.
Something's definitely not right. We just talked to Grandpa Amadia about the missing villager. There's no way he could have forgotten all about him just like that. What do you think, Traveler? Could everyone's memories of the missing villager have been erased again? You're right. We should narrow down the possibilities.
We know what's
first.
gonna happen.
Let's go ask
So,
someone else then.
I mean, we're gonna end up having to ask him anyway, so it doesn't really matter what I pick. Because even if I say the first one, I'd be like, oh, well, we should still go around and check. Field investigations. Field investigations.
Time to go.
Hey, Baram. Butt munch. Butt munch.
Someone's gone missing?
Ooh.
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 Just as expected.
Yeah.
That guy you said a bunch of nice things about earlier? The one you always used to chat with. He's around 20 years old, and you said he was a kind, warm-hearted person?
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
Really? You remember?
Nope.
There aren't many young people who've earned that kind of praise from me. If you're certain that's what I said, then there's only one person who fits the bill. No doubt about it. But why'd you say he's gone missing? Yeah, I just saw him leave the village. There was someone else with him, too. They couldn't have gone far.
Wait a minute.
Strange. Bayram seems to remember him.
Is it
And
Dainsleif?
apparently he just saw him?
Because we were with Dainsleif and we just left the village with him not too long ago.
Memories, but that we've somehow returned to a time before he went missing?
And now returning to the past would be that simple. Given everything Dane mentioned about disturbances in the ley lines, I didn't carefully what's really going on. People have forgotten the missing person. We've returned to the point where the appearance took place. We are presently traversing someone's memory.
If this person only exists in people's memories, maybe we're in someone's memory right now.
Oh my god, he talks.
If we really did travel back to a time before he disappeared, that could explain why the villagers said he hadn't gone missing. Just like what happened with Greater Lord Rukadevada, no one remembers him, because there's been a change in people's memories.
Right. Paimon totally forgot about the ley line disturbances. We're in someone else's memory. Just like how you entered your sibling's memory last time.
That's it.
That would also explain why we seem to be at a time before he went missing. It's a memory after all.
If we really are in someone's memory, there's a chance to find him.
If he's someone who only exists in people's memories, then we're finally on the same turf.
Hello, girls.
But didn't Bayron just say that he saw him leave the village with someone? Where should we go look for him? Who knows how long this ley line disturbance is gonna last? We might not have that much time, and we don't even know whose memory this is. Good idea. That'll help us narrow things down. We pretty much figured out that the missing villager has the ability to...
implant memories into the minds of others.
Right! That! Could we try to figure out more about him using what we know of his ability? Like, does it maybe leave a trace that would somehow give him away?
Oh, I don't know, like elemental? Implanting memories into the minds of others must be an imperfect process. There's no way the new memories could be perfectly blended with the old ones. There has to be some kind of tell.
If time was allowed to pass within the false memories, there's a higher chance they might conflict with someone's original recollection. That would make it much harder to avoid suspicion.
No wonder! All this time and the sky hasn't changed a bit. That must mean time isn't passing.
We're in Timeless Isle right now. Let's go find some rares.
That's the tell of the fake memories. The implanted memories are basically taking place outside of the regular 24 hours of the day.
Also, I don't know why I gave the traveler like a Frieza-esque voice. This is what I was thinking of.
If the memories included the regular passage of time, it would be easy for people to tell that something was off. Like there could be overlap or something. People might start to wonder why they remember doing two different things at the same time of day. That's why he makes sure the memories take place at a specific moment in time rather than over a period of time.
If we consider this in a conjunction with what we already know, then the question of whose memory this is seems to be an obvious answer. Dainsleif.
Dainsleif had memories implanted into his mind. Could it be that it's happened more than once? No, that doesn't seem right. The color of the sky coincides with the
I knew it
moment
wasn't
in time
Dainsleif.
she
What Atosa
described.
said about the, with the sky and all that.
Oh,
I'm not
right.
stupid.
That's exactly what Atosa
But
described.
I wanted to do the Dainsleif kind of thing.
Come to think of it, every time we talked, it always seemed to be around dusk, just like right now. Time always passed by really slowly. Even when it felt like we'd been talking for hours, the sun would still be at the same position in the sky.
Yep, that has to be it. This is definitely Atosa's memory.
To the
Yeah,
tree!
that's where they'll be.
To the tree, you flying monkey! Oh, look, a flying monkey. Another with the... You can't warp. You have to painstakingly walk the entire... I mean, they might as well just have us do this the entire time. Just walk to our destination. But I also noticed that there's the red around the area. So... Who are you, mysterious stranger? Hello. I didn't see who you were.
So, you see, Granny Jahiet was a mercenary when she was younger. She just talks like that out of habit. She's not trying to scare the children on purpose. Oh, there I go again. Always talking about my own things. Do you,
Oh, wait, sorry.
It's okay if you don't. You could also just talk about what you think of me?
You're annoying. Oh wait, no, that's Sakura. Sorry.
Oh, I think you're an incredibly strong and thoughtful young woman.
She's like, ah.
You'll meet many amazing people and live a very happy life. You won't miss someone like me.
It's his brother. Dun dun dun.
Huh? Are those your friends over there?
Atosa, don't be stupid. So you finally found me. We finally found him. I know I just said that. But why does he look kind of familiar? I don't know, just make his hair blonde and put a mask on him, partly, and he looks like his brother.
Oh, right. This version of Atosa hasn't met us yet.
Friends? I guess you could say that. It must have taken them a lot of effort to find me.
So he's fully aware. I mean, this is his memory, or not his memory, but Atosa's memory.
So, I should see what they need. I'm sorry, Atosa. We'll have to continue this conversation another time.
But considering it's about him, he's like existing still in like the memories of everyone. So even though it's like a dream or memories for everyone else, it's like a reality for him almost. So if he comes over and knows exactly who we are and what we're doing here, then yeah,
Another time, huh?
another time.
Yeah, okay. I'll head back to the village then.
Bye. So you finally found me. Took you long enough.
It's nice to see you, Traveler. I believe this is the first time we've met.
Yep, he knows us. Factoring the memories, the Abyss Order, the Loom of Fate, and everything else, I need to think of the one person that can connect all of this together.
Dane's brother. One of the 5 sinners of No. That doesn't seem right.
How about... Oh.
The founder of the Abyss Order. The man who broke the curse of immortality. No. Born into abject sorrow. He shall now become the Loom of Fate. You're... Kari Bear Alberic.
Alberic.
Oh. You know me? That's quite the surprise.
That's
I don't believe I've met you
Kaya's,
before.
Oh my god, who is it? It's one of Kaya's, it was... Because that's Kaya's last name. Master Kaya. Cavalry Captain of the Knights of Avonius. What was it? It was his... Not his father, his grandpa? Great-grandpa?
Oh, I see. It was the memory, wasn't it? Your sibling's memory. You saw... the me from back then. This is Atosa's memory. I came here to say goodbye to her, but I suppose I'll just leave her a message instead. Come, let's find somewhere else to talk.
I can't remember who he is. I know he's one of Kaya's family. That's Kaya's last name. Oh boy, language. Abyss Order language. One ring to rule them all. One ring to find them. In the abyss bind them. Or one loom. I wonder if it's going to translate or... No, of course not. Yeah, we're on Draenor, or Outland. Got floating crap in the sky. We're in the Grand. The proof is in the pudding. Oh boy, it's one of those can't run or, you know, actually like dash. You just have to deal with it. I had to look it up. It's the clan. It's just the clan. It's like it's family of Kaya's, but it's the clan, kind of like, you know, Eula. She's part of the Lawrence clan, but they're pretty much all gone. So yeah, they're still related to Kaya, because Kaya's Conrian.
I suppose you could call it the realm of my consciousness. I'm someone who no longer exists in the real world after all. As you well know.
You look quite exhausted.
It's nothing. I still have enough strength to play the part of a good host. I've always hoped that I'd get the chance to talk to you like this, and now, the time has finally arrived.
Die. Rare opportunity for me as well. I should try to learn as much information as I can. Where's the Loom of Fate?
Extreme sorrow and pain. Hope and regret coursing through your veins. And a degree of abyssal power that defies comprehension. Father told me that once I possessed all those elements, I would become the Loom of Fate. But despite his intentions for me, I never truly became the Loom of Fate. I was merely used as a means for its construction. In truth, I died the moment I set everything in motion. The person you see before you now is nothing but a remnant of consciousness left over within the Loom of Fate.
I mean, yeah, he no longer outside of people's memory. Yeah, that's why he no longer exists outside of people's memories.
The Loom of Fate is a device capable of weaving ley lines. In its primitive form, it can only be used to create and implant memories. But as more of it is completed, its power becomes stronger and stronger, until finally, it has the power to weave real ley lines of its own.
And it becomes so strong that it can, like, alter reality itself.
Once fully completed, the moment it gains the power to weave ley lines, it loses the lower level ability to influence memories. But it also becomes a tool that can change the entire world.
Yeah. So that was the source of your ability to implant
Yes.
memories.
I have the ability to control the loom in its semi-completed form.
Huh.
I suppose you can think of it as a form of compensation. After all, its existence cost me my life.
So the memories that suddenly appeared in Dane's mind were implanted. Okay. That makes sense, but I'm still lost as to why he went so far to introduce himself to all the residents.
That. I was wrong to implant those memories. I'm sorry I caused so much trouble. Not only for everyone in the village, but for you as well. I just wanted them to feel like I once existed in this world. As if I had a chance at life.
That's why I would have never guessed. But is there any kind of meaning to this? Does only existing in people's memories really count as living?
I know what you must be thinking. Why would I do something so meaningless? But I just couldn't accept it. I had to know what it would be like if I had my own life. What kind of person I would be. What other people would think of me. Chief Ahmadiyya, Baram, Granny Jahiyat, Atosa.
Yeah, that's what I was seeing before, up in the tree. There was a moment where we were talking to Atosa, and like they kind of panned out. You could see the little figures right there up in the tree.
What would it be like if I could live alongside them? No cataclysm, no curse. Just a quiet life in a peaceful village.
Cataclysm wasn't that bad. It had some pretty good raids.
I was curious, so I selfishly tried to have my own life. Even if that meant piecing together the version of myself that could have been. One memory at a time. I know it sounds stupid. After all, my life ended a long time ago. Any chance at living was stripped away from me when I was 8 years old. My consciousness left to mature in an illusory world of nothingness. Even the form you see before you was nothing but an invention based on my father's appearance. An imagined version of what I would look like if I had the chance to grow up.
In the end, it doesn't even matter. No, this all stems from the tragedy that occurred in Conria back then. Conria started it all. Everyone's looking for you.
I know. But there's nothing I can do to make them find me. If I could exist in the real world, I would return without a second thought and surprise them with the suddenness of it all. But, well, that's not possible for me.
Why not just implant memories that you're dead? That you died, and they all had a teary-eyed funeral, and there you go. Move on. As I understand it, even though you only appeared in their memories, your existence was a great comfort to them. Yeah, I don't like when they do, it's like this is just one thought, but it's separated into two options. It's just, why? Flabbergasted. They all believe you once lived among them? Oh wait, no, that's never mind. That's me asking. They all believed that you once lived among them.
I know.
Well, now that I've found you, let's continue this conversation some other time. Still, Dane, yeah, see, like that. Some other time, Dane might still need my help.
Captain Dainsleif. Twilight Sword, you mean? No need to meet up with him. Things should already be settled on his end.
Settled?
Exactly. As someone who could only exist in people's memories, the The fact that I'm able to talk to you in my consciousness like this can only mean one thing.
You're dead.
The Loom of Fate has already been completed.
Dun dun dun. Nani? The Loom of Fate is already completed? That means the eye of the first field tiller must have fallen into the hands of the Abyss. Something have happened to Dane?
No need to worry about Captain Dainsleif. He's absolutely fine. The only reason he lost the eye was because I happened to guess exactly what he was planning. Captain Dainsleif has had the eye inside his body this whole time, hasn't he? His plan was to lure the Abyss Order to a false location, capitalizing on their pursuit of the eye in order to have the chance to confront the princess. He would then hand the eye to you and tell you to take it away from that location.
I think I said, like, about the eye, not to, like, when I did the, that story, I had a feeling it's like, oh yeah, it's perfectly safe. And I think I said something like, yeah, he's probably keeping it inside him or something. I'm like, I wouldn't be surprised if that's where he was actually keeping it, somewhere where they couldn't actually find it.
That
like
way,
Hiei's stone.
Captain Dainsleif could accomplish his own goal and ensure the safety of the eye all at once.
In the stomach.
A very thorough plan.
But Dane never handed me the eye.
That's right. Because in his mind, he had given it to you already.
You're already dead. Does that mean he gave Dane a false memory? You made him think that? When?
Before you two entered that false location.
Traveler, wait. We've no time to lose. Let's head inside.
So when Dane froze up back then, it was because a false memory was being implanted into his mind. No wonder.
That was when I implanted the memory of him handing you the eye. Given the tense situation at that time, Captain Dainsleif failed to notice anything out of the ordinary, and took that memory to be real. I'm sorry, Traveler, but I needed the Loom of Fate to be completed. And to do that, we had to retrieve the eye.
So Dane had the eye this whole time until the Abyss Order took it away. I'm not sure there's anything we could have done. What are you planning to do with it?
I promise I'm not trying to conceal anything from you, but I truly have no idea what the princess is planning.
Well, how about we go talk to her for ourselves?
Tevat's ley line system is deeply entrenched in the planet. Creating new ley lines can neither replace nor extend the ones that already exist.
You know, instead of this BS that, you know, Hoyo keeps doing this, we're going to have you, you know, send you off and deal with some other crap when you could at least have a conversation with your sister and find out why she's doing this. Then she can disappear. No, it's just like, oh, we're going to run back there. It's going to be too late. It's going to be too late. Dainsleif is going to be like, it's done. I've already dealt with her and she left. You know, and it's like, why? You know we're looking for her.
In the face of everything they could be planning, I fear I'm too insignificant to even get a glimpse of the bigger picture. In any case, I had my own use for the Loom of Fate, and my goal, at least, has been achieved. You remember my father, don't you? Clotar Alberic. I believe you saw him in your sibling's memory.
Yeah, the one who started the Abyss.
After he used the power of the Abyss to restore consciousness to my Hilichurl form,
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. He was a kid, the one who was the Hilichurl. And his dad was like, whatever you do, don't take off the mask. And he did it anyway, because he was a stupid kid.
To comfort me, my father told me a story. That this was a fairy tale world, where I had to take on the form of a little monster.
Yeah, I remember. Okay.
That story managed to dispel my fears. Even if just for a moment. My goal was simple. To use the Loom of Fate in its near-completed form, when its ability to create memories was at its strongest, to implant a specific memory into the minds of the Hilichurls. In that memory, I would tell them a story, just like my father did for me. It was a story of fairy tales and love. But more than anything, it was the story of us.
So the thing that caused the Hilly Trolls to calm down back then was a story. That was his goal. That was the whole only thing he wanted. He had a device as powerful as the Loom of Fate at his disposal, and all he wanted to do with it was to offer the Hilly Trolls a moment of comfort and peace.
I can't change the world. Not when I lost the very right to exist within it. Implanting those memories, that was the most worthwhile thing I could offer. All that's left of my existence is a wisp of residual consciousness tied to the Loom of Fate. In truth, that trace of my consciousness should have dissipated long ago. My goal was the one thing that allowed me to hold on all this time. But now, the bedtime story is finished. And it's finally time to rest.
Looks like I was too late to see Kari Bear one last time.
Are you a memory or are you the legit sister? Like seriously, every time we see her, it's like either a vision or we always get fucking cock-blocked. Well, not that sense, but gee, what do you know?
Kari Bear's consciousness is gone, and this space will soon disappear along with it. Neither of us belongs here. That's why we're not tangible.
Every
Were that
time.
not the case, I'd love to hug you too.
Every single time. Either through a fucking
Well,
portal.
How about a conversation? The chance to just stop and talk like this is certainly not easy to come by. Wouldn't you agree? That battle earlier was tough. The one against Dane, I mean.
Okay, so this
I
is the
didn't
real one.
expect that after everything, he would still hesitate to raise his sword against me. Were it not for that, perhaps I'd still be no match for the Twilight Sword. Even after 500 years.
Yeah, now we're getting into the real stuff. Like, what exactly are you planning? Why aren't we traveling together? Why haven't you just come to me and tell me your plan, and maybe I'd be working with you? Because if you've discovered some super special secret about the world that you're trying to expect me to learn, why not just freaking tell me? Like, why keep us in the dark? You're our sibling, right? But then again, it's like Irminsul has no memory, nothing on her, so so it's like, are we actually siblings? What exactly are you planning? What are you going to do with the Loom of Fate?
The Loom of Fate, huh? I still haven't found a way to utilize it to its full potential. But there's still time.
Because again, it's like I said in the beginning, it's like the Abyss Order and the Tsaritsa. I don't think what she's trying to accomplish here is evil. I don't think she's trying to destroy the world. I think she found some secret about Tevat or the world that they exist on. And I mean, they keep saying about how the sky is fake and this and that. So I think she discovered through her travels that something is not right about the world, and sure, Celestia has something to do with it, because Celestia is a terrible place. They've caused so much chaos and destruction since they arrived, because they're not from Tevat. They came in here through a portal. So they're just like us. They're outlanders. So, but like, I don't think she's evil. You know, same way the Abyss Order. They're confused and they're angry and all that, but they're not evil. They just kind of want revenge after what Celestia did.
Before the heavenly principles awaken.
Okay, so that explains why nothing happened when Farina basically pulled one over, or Focalor rather, pulled one over, because that's what people said. They're like, they're possibly asleep. The heavenly principles are still asleep.
Yes, for 500 years now, ever since the cataclysm in Conria. There's been no sign of activity.
Again, that would explain why Focalor was able to pull one over, because they didn't even notice because they were sleeping. So, I'm assuming that the heavenly principles is more than one person. So all these gods were like sleeping for 500 years. They still are sleeping.
Not long ago, you witnessed the Hydro Archon destroy her divine throne. Yes?
Do you really think she could have done that if the heavenly principles were awake? No, they would have just messed her up right there.
Such a flagrant disregard for the rules, and still Celestia took no action. I suppose that's proof enough of the heavenly principles situation. However, the heavenly principles will awaken. We just don't know when that will be, or what might trigger it.
Everyone does. I mean, the whole thing Focalor was doing was basically a big FU to the heavenly principles, because they're complete freaking hypocrites. They're complete hypocrites. They doomed Fontaine, saying, "Oh, Egeria, you created a new line of humans, so, you know, from the primordial sea, you know, we're gonna flood your nation. You know, there's nothing you can do about it. There's nothing you can do." But, you know, Celestia, you know, heavenly principles came over, took the powers, basically waged war on the freaking elemental sovereigns, took their power and made. So what they did was even worse than what Egeria did, but it's like, oh, rules for thee, but not for me. So everyone hates the heavenly principles. That's why no one wants to keep their gnosis anymore, because it's like they don't want to be tied to that terrible place.
You could say that. Just look at Kari Bear. He was so pure and single-minded. The space we now find ourselves is a perfect representation of who he was. Quiet and peaceful.
Also, I wouldn't be surprised if that's why it feels like a curse to have a gnosis. Because maybe the third descender was killed by Celestia, and it's like in the last moment of his life, that's when, you know, that the life he had turned to, you know, hatred, and so that when they used his body to create the gnosis, that's why it feels like a curse, because he basically did curse it by, you know, the way he was killed by them. And again, I think that's what the Saritsa's after. I think the Saritsa's trying to put the third descender back into, you know, trying to restore them.
Even as a hilly churl, seeing the terrible sight within the mirror wasn't enough to taint his spirit. He brought comfort to the people of this world, even though he was denied the very right to be a part of it. So ask yourself this. Who was it that deprived him of that right to exist?
Celestia.
Of course, that's only one example.
Yeah, the heavenly principles.
My feelings about the heavenly principles are too complicated to explain in just a few words.
No, trust me, I think we know. We understand. Everyone hates these people. Everyone.
Ether?
Oh, she said my name.
You're the only one in this world who calls me that.
I'm so used to being called Traveler.
There's so much I wanted to ask you, but for some reason,
Oh my god.
I'm not interested in asking those questions right now.
Zach is getting paid. Holy crap. Congrats, Zach. This better have been a good... I hope this was a good paycheck for you.
There's just one thing I have to ask. One thing I could never understand.
Why? How? Why? You know, why'd you leave?
Why can't we continue our journey together?
Yeah, really. Pretty sure if you explained to us, we would understand. We're not stupid. Paimon's stupid. We're not.
At the end of my journey, I arrived at a place known as the Sea of Flowers at the end.
The Sea of Flowers, almost like in the story trailer that they released ages ago. Remember how they were both standing in a field of basically just looked like endless flowers?
Do you remember? A long time ago, when we traveled between worlds together, you told me you wanted to find a place in the universe where that one flower was in full bloom. To have a place like that suddenly appear before me, well, would you think of that as a coincidence?
You mean...
I miss you too, Ether. But as this war continues to rage, and as I continue to seek that final answer, I don't even know how to face myself sometimes, let alone my own brother.
It's simple. You explain to us what you're doing and why you're doing it. I'm pretty sure she's done stupid crap in the past. I'm sure we can easily look, beyond what she's doing and help her out which is essentially helping out the Abyss and the Saritsa, because the Heavenly Principles need to pay for what they've done to the world. They need to. They just need to go down. There needs to be a cleansing of the Heavenly Principles. Oh
What's
God,
going on?
altering our memory, are we?
This space has lost its tether. I doubt it'll be able to exist much longer. In fact, aside from our inability to physically interact with each other, there's something else you should know about this space.
Of course.
With Kari Bear gone, we won't be able to remember anything that happened here. Everything in this space will be wiped from existence, including all memory of our reunion.
You're only telling me this now?
Yeah, really. Just punch her. You know you want to. I'm sure she'll understand. Fuck, man. I mean, it pisses me off, but I'm sure that's fucking hard as hell. You finally get to see her, and she's like, "Oh yeah, by the way, you're not gonna remember any of this afterwards."
Still so sleepy. Paimon's head feels all fuzzy. Oh, Paimon woke up a little earlier than you, so Paimon will fill you in. The villagers said that they saw us sleeping near the village yesterday. They couldn't wake us up no matter how hard they tried, so they decided to just bring us back here. Oh, and Dane came by just now. It looked like he was injured. He didn't say anything, though. Just made sure that you were all right and left. Kinda seemed like he had a lot on his mind, but that's Dayton. Let's think for a second. We were in that memory, and we saw that guy you called Kari Bear. He was the missing villager that we've been trying to find, right? And after that,
Oh, we
Paimon
talked
doesn't
for a
remember.
while. He told me about the Loom of Fate.
Wait, really? What a score!
Yeah, I guess our commission is complete then. The missing villager, the person who only exists in people's memory. Yep. We're done. We are done.
Well, what
Yeah,
happened
how do you
after
explain that? Oh yeah, so the person you know was a person, but not a person you knew. Instead, it was a bunch of memories that he implanted. Huh. Can't seem to remember. Maybe I'm just tired. I feel like something else happened, but why can't I remember? I'm not sure why, but it almost feels like I lost something.
Ah, there you are. Sleep well?
You know, I wouldn't be surprised if our sister was lying about that the only one who isn't going to remember is us. she seems to have a power that kind of transcends ours at this point. So I wouldn't be surprised if she was actually able to remember. And by saying that, it's just going to be both of us. You know, that it's going to be both of us who lose our memories after. It's actually just us.
Bayram, you sure seem happy. Did something good happen?
Something good? Huh. Wasn't anything good or bad, I'd say. It's just that, well, the village organized another search party yesterday. It didn't feel right to leave all the searching to the adventurers. So there we were, searching away, when suddenly this one guy said it all came back to him. According to him, one day around dusk, he was passing by this one tree outside the village, and he saw our missing villager. There he was, sleeping under that tree all by himself. His parents came a little later to wake him up, and they all left together. They looked like quite a happy family, apparently.
Well, there you go. He managed to implant one last memory.
And after that, well, we all started to feel like that really is what happened. Kind of strange that we forgot all about it for so long.
Yeah. I mean, he could have gone with the whole, you know, death thing, and they all gave teary farewells, but I mean, I guess that works.
Oh, and we also remembered his name, Curry Bear.
Huh.
Now, that's not a name you hear every day. Would have been helpful if we remembered it sooner.
Yeah. That is a unique name. Make sure you remember it this time.
Well, I hope he's happy wherever he is. And we're all relieved now that we know what happened.
Seems like everyone thinks Curry Bear left the village.
Yeah.
That's probably for the best. At least they have some sort of explanation now. Paimon wonders how Atosa's doing.
Let's not.
Maybe
we should go find Dane
if
instead.
She hasn't remembered like everyone else.
You know, because he's
we
injured.
Can tell her what happened.
I could nurse him back to health.
Paimon didn't see her in the village just now, so she's probably at the tree. Come on, let's go talk to
The
it.
tree! The tree! Let's climb the tree! We're gonna go to her wishing tree. It's where she comes to think and dream. And now she'd like to show us her wishing tree. Jamon. No, I'm sorry.
Time to go.
Time to go.
Time to go.
Hello. I was just talking to my friend here.
Hey, Atosa, how's it going?
Oh, it's you two. I was just about to go looking for you. I wanted to thank you. I was part of the search party, so I remember what happened to Kari Bear now.
I just look in and I see little Sealy flying around.
Honestly, I just can't believe I forgot something so important. It's funny, but I have this feeling he told me the same thing. I just can't seem to remember when. I guess it doesn't really matter anyway. Life is made up of a series of memories. As long as I hold on to our time together, he'll always be a part of my life.
And life is like a box of chocolates.
I'm just happy I got to meet him. So, who cares what happens in the future?
Yeah, who cares?
Okay, I'll admit. I'm just putting on a brave face. I was dumped, wasn't I?
I'm sorry.
Otherwise, why would he just leave like that without saying goodbye?
Sure, he had his reasons.
You don't need to comfort me. I'll be okay. It's just like Kari Bear said. It's the things we overcome that make life more precious. And you know, if he has a heart, maybe he'll come back and see me one day.
Sokka.
Anyway, thanks for all your hard work, you two. I promised I'd help Granny Jahiet with something, so I should head back. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Well, that should be it, right? Everyone's lives can go back to normal now.
Uh-huh.
Oh, right! right. Weren't you about to tell Paimon what happened after your conversation with Kari Bear?
No. I can't remember. Feels like there's something in my pocket for you.
A picture? Where'd that come from? Let Paimon
Look
see.
at this photograph. Wait. You must get along with each other, the two of you. I'm guessing that's what it says up there in the corner. Huh. Wow. That's sweet. So he has a picture of him with us and our sibling, and he's there, even though we have no idea how we have a picture of it and why we can't remember meeting up with them in the first place. Wow. I really wish we would have got more Dane stuff, but that's usually how it is with Dainsleif stuff. You know, it's like, oh yeah, I'll be here for a little bit, and then I'm gonna go off and do something on my own, and then, you know, you won't see me again. And it's annoying because he's a cool character. I really shouldn't just end now, but I wanted to do this real fast because I was already here. Oh, it's right there. Also, what was... Yes. Nice.
Brings a smile to my face.
Yeah, you want to know what brings a smile to my face? Actually getting something. The disappointment. Okay. So that was the Archon quest. Bedtime story. It was really good. I mean, it's, once again, you know, it's sad we don't get to, you know, hang out with our sibling a little more. And like I said, I think clearly there's going to be some kind of remembrance there. I mean, we have a picture of us together. And I think it was kind of like, it was like, she knows that she's not going to forget. We're going to forget,
Wherever
but
in
she's
this
not.
world I roam.
Because again, it looks like she's transcended the power that we have right now. She seems to have gotten her power back, because the power that we have isn't our own right now. You know, with the sword that she has, that's pretty much physical of what our power actually is. But so it's like being strong enough and like being able to like snap out of genjutsu and stuff like that. You know, and being strong enough to where that crap doesn't work on you anymore. Yeah, I think it's like that. She remembers. We're going to remember. But it was, in fact, our sister this time, and she didn't just jump through a portal like, oh, you'll see me some other time, and I'll, bye. No, we actually got to have a conversation with her and ask her things and find out. And she told us exactly what we've been thinking, that Celestia, the Heavenly Principles,
Boats
need
are
to
made
pay.
for transferring commodities.
Because it's a terrible place, and it's done nothing but cause pain, misery, and chaos since it arrived into that, and asserted itself as like the main governing force of the world. That's what the Abyss Order is trying to take care of, what the Tsaritsa is trying to take care of, what she's trying to take care of. We're all going to join in one battle, because, I mean, they're heavenly principles. They're the gods, essentially. So we're going to all have to join forces at some point. Us, the Tsaritsa, possibly not the other Archons, because in order to kind of really stick it to the man, the other divine thrones have to be destroyed.
There are leaves around, and I know just the team to.
So we're gonna have to destroy the other divine thrones, and essentially, the Archons are gonna have to give up their power and give them back to the elemental sovereigns, the dragon sovereigns. So, but I think it's the first part of this game, or in hell, it may even be the final part, because right now I think it's just more of the going around. You know, we're going to Natlon next, and then Snezhnaya after that, and then finally that's going to culminate in a big battle with you know, the heavenly principles, and then we're going to discover another part of the world, because we're just on a continent. It's not a world, it's a continent. So, yeah, I think we're gonna eventually fight the Heavenly Principles and go to Celestia and kind of assault on them because they're terrible people. They're terrible people. But yeah. Anyway, she was right there. She was right there. We couldn't touch her. We could, and it's like, oh, by the way, you're not gonna remember any of this. And just seeing everything crack and oh my god, my heart cannot fucking take it. I mean, say what you will about the game, the storytelling in this game, though, when it's done with this stuff, it is perfection. Side stories, eh. But with this main story, it is amazing. The lore, the dialogue, the connection you feel with these characters, like the fact that people are watching it and like tearing up because it's like, why can't we just be with our sister? You know, that's truly amazing to get people who probably don't really cry to tear up and get emotional. So when it comes to storytelling in this game, it's really good. Really good. I just wish she would stop being the, you know, I'm just going to sit here and pretty much say everything that everyone has just said. You know? So today I made a ham sandwich with Forrest black smoked honey ham and some cheddar cheese, and it's like, so you're telling us that you made it? That's exactly exposition. We already know, Paimon. Why are you explaining this to us again? But yeah. Anyway, if you had a chance to do it, let me know what you think. If you haven't, hope you enjoyed. That's gonna do it for me. You guys know the drill. I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.